What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to go over all the trades and all the signings from this free agency over the past 24 to 48 hours. Now I did miss last night. I was in Melbourne. I stayed overnight in Melbourne, so I wasn't home, and that is when Kawhi Leonard and actually a lot of things did happen overnight, so I will go over everything. It's a huge video, so make sure you stick around for everything. I'll go through it as fast and kind of as quick as I can to get these videos out for you guys. But if you do miss anything, make sure you go check the description. I'll have every single thing I say down listed there. You can view it down there, but we'll get started with the biggest news, which is Kawhi Leonard signing with the Los Angeles Clippers on a 4-year $142 million deal. Now obviously huge news for the Clippers. They have this very young core, and now they can add Kawhi Leonard, who just won. Actually, I saw somewhere he's the first ever player to leave a team in free agency after winning a championship, which is quite interesting. Obviously Toronto's first championship, and he has left them for the Los Angeles Clippers, so a great pickup for them. And immediately after this, Paul George obviously requested a trade from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they have traded him to the Los Angeles Clippers for Danillo, Gallinari, Shai, Gilgeous-Alexander, 4 unprotected first rounders, and 1 protected first rounder, but also 2 pick swaps. Now, either way, you could say Paul George, obviously the Clippers pick up Paul George, but this is good for the Oklahoma City Thunder too. They've picked up all these picks and 2 pick swaps as well. So if they can swap those picks whenever they want, and they also have 4 unprotected first round picks, which is a huge thing in these next upcoming drafts. A lot of young talent coming into the league, so it's a great pickup on both teams. It's a great trade, but we'll move on. Los Angeles Clippers also pick up Rodney McGruder on a 3-year $15 million deal, obviously adding more depth to the bench, which is great. Now for the Lakers, a lot of Lakers news over the past 24 to 48 hours. Danny Green has agreed to a 2-year $30 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now he's gonna leave. Kawhi Leonard, he could have gone with Kawhi Leonard, but I don't think the Lakers would have necessarily wanted to sign him. They do have kind of good shooting guard in Lou Williams, who may be coming off the bench. We don't know. He might want to go for that 6-man trophy again. But Danny Green has signed with the Lakers. Now Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has re-signed a 2-year $16 million deal with the Lakers. So obviously I don't know where. Obviously they have Danny Green starting over Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, but he will be a great backup shooting guard. Now Javale McGee, I should say, has agreed to a 2-year $8.2 million deal with the Lakers. So he's going to re-sign there, which is great for them, adding more depth. Now adding even more depth, Quinn Cook has agreed to a 2-year $6 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now this is kind of, Quinn Cook, obviously he played great for the Warriors, hit a lot of good shots in that Portland series, and was great and a key role for us when Steph Curry was injured. So it's kind of sad to see him go, but the NBA is a business. I hope he does well for the Lake show. But moving on as well, Demarcus Cousins has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not sure at the moment. It may be out. I haven't found it, but how much it is. But it is going to be a 1-year deal with the Lakers. So they're picking up even more strength. And obviously Anthony Davis has played with Demarcus Cousins before, and he's played with Quinn Cook and JaVale McGee before. So this is a great pickup for the Lakers as well. 2 more. Rajon Rondo has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Lakers. Obviously he's re-signing. I'm not sure how much. Alex Caruso has signed a 2-year $5.5 million deal with the Lakers, obviously adding more depth as well. So the rest of these signings will be right across the league. We've got Stanley Johnson agreeing to a 2-year $7.5 million deal with the Toronto Raptors, a great pickup for the Raptors. Boban Marjanovic has agreed to a 2-year $7 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. So this means the 2 tallest players in the NBA, or 2 of the tallest players in the NBA, Boban and obviously Kristaps Porzingis, are now playing for the Dallas Mavericks, which is great for them. Obviously adding that kind of, Kristaps can kind of spread the floor a bit more than Bobby, but Bobby can go inside pretty well, and he's a good rebounder as well. Now Markieff Morris has agreed to a deal with the Detroit Pistons. I'm not sure how much it is at the moment, but he has agreed to a deal with them, so it's a great pickup for the Pistons. Now the Phoenix Suns have traded Josh Jackson, De'Anthony Melton, a 2020 second rounder, a 2021 second rounder as well, to the Memphis Grizzlies for Kyle Korver and Javon Carter. I'm pretty sure that's how to pronounce his name. Now it's expected that they will release get a buyout for Kyle Korver, and he may sign with the Los Angeles Lakers in the incoming free agency. But obviously, great Josh Jackson, he's got a bright future, and now the Memphis Grizzlies will pick him up. So also I've already read that the free agent Darius Miller has agreed to a 2-year, $14.25 million deal to stay with the New Orleans Pelicans. Great depth as well. I keep saying it, but depth is an important thing in the NBA. So it's a great pickup for the Pelicans. Great re-signing. Chandler Parsons has been traded to the Atlanta Hawks for Solomon Hill and Miles Plumlee. Now Chandler Parsons had that huge contract, a lot of money, and he's 100% not worth it. One of the worst contracts in the league at the moment. So they're kind of splitting that contract over the two players with Solomon Hill and Miles Plumlee. So it's a great move by who is he with? Oh, I forgot who he's with actually. But the Atlanta Hawks are obviously taking on that contract now. Now free agent TJ McConnell has agreed to a 2-year, $7 million deal with the Indiana Pacers. So obviously leaving the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a great pickup by Indiana. Restricted free agent Jake Layman has agreed to a 3-year, $11.5 million deal with the Timberwolves. Marcus Morris has signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with the San Antonio Spurs. So both the Morris twins have agreed to different deals, one going to the Pistons and one going to the Spurs. Both great for them. Russell Westbrook has engaged with the Thunder GM Sam Presti about his future with the team. Also with that kind of Paul George news, it is alleged that OKC pursued a trade package of Russell Westbrook and Paul George to the Toronto Raptors for Pascal Siakam and draft picks, and the Raptors declined. So that's kind of interesting. Russell Westbrook and Paul George to the Raptors, that would have been quite good to see. But Paul George, obviously, he wants to be a title contender, and going to the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard is something that he wants to do. Now, the last story of the day, a bit disappointing. Zion Williamson will miss the remainder of the Summer League with a bruised knee injury, and now that game actually got stopped yesterday due to the earthquake in California. I hope everyone's safe. I don't know if anyone watches my videos from California, but there was quite a lot of damage, I'm pretty sure. It was, I don't know how strong it was, but it was a earthquake no matter what. So I hope everyone's safe. And during that game, I think someone said that Zion dunked too hard and called it an earthquake. But he did have a pretty good game. I will admit he had that good steal, that rip steal from off Kevin Knox, and that was quite a highlight for the day. But that is it, guys, for the past 48 hours. I hope you did enjoy. Tell me what you think. How far do you think Kawhi Leonard and Paul George will go with the Clippers? And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.